the league is taking a really long time to look at this. And people around the Cowboys on the team, people around the Elliott, are taking that to mean that he's going to face some type of suspension. And I don't think what happened in the bar will help much. There's a feeling that maybe the Cowboys and Elliott need a lesson because, as much as I love Jerry and love that organization, and it's, that quarterback, Dak Prescott, is so good and measured and such a great leader. I mean, you look at some of the arrests they've had and some of the things off the field, there's a little bit of an issue there, and I know the league is sort of looking at that very carefully. So all of these things are at play here, Dan. It's going to be interesting to see how it all comes out, but it's going to be basically people around that team think that they're going to face, that Elliott's going to face some type of punishment simply because the investigation's gone so long.
But if you also look at what happened with Lucky Whitehead, they said this was an accumulation of things. Well, we're kind of bordering on an accumulation of things with Ezekiel Elliott. So you can cut one guy,
right.
And are the Cowboys, would they have the wherewithal to discipline Ezekiel Elliott, or are they waiting for the NFL to do the dirty work? That topic, plus, are we talking about things that happened prior to getting into the NFL, which I'm still amazed that, this happened to Pryor when he was coming in from Ohio State, got disciplined. So I know it's wide-ranging topics there, but if pick and choose where you want to go with it.
Well, you know how this works. It's if you're really good, there's a different standard than if you're not really good, if you're just an okay player. And Ezekiel Elliott is really good. So what happened to Lucky, I mean, it's crazy how that all unfolded, but that would never happen to a really good player. Somehow the Cowboys will say, well, he was a mistake. Well, we're going to invite him back. It's just a different level for really good players. I mean, you know that. So that's one part of it. But I think there's with Elliott, you hit on sort of the main point with him. It's not like he's done just this litany of horrible things. He may have done a really serious, terrible act. We don't know. But, the bar fight, it's just not smart. Like, the NFL's watching you. So you can stay home and watch a little bit of Netflix. There's Star Trek on Netflix, Dan. You can watch that. Deep Space Nine is a really good series. Captain Kirk is a really good captain. Get into that. Watch the OA. Watch something. Do something. But go to a bar when you know the NFL is watching.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.